Welcome back, 412 on your Friday, and we're going to check in with a man who's been working very hard for us for the last 24 hours, Laura.
Jace, last night, I just want to say that you and Matt kept us all feeling at ease, bringing us all that weather coverage. Obviously, today we have our reporters out there assessing the damage or looking at the damage and bringing it to us. Do you have some good news for us after all this?
Yes, there is good news. There's a lot to cover in this forecast, despite having a dry stretch that's coming up ahead here. There's a lot of activity that's going to be happening and a lot of work going to be happening today across the area as well. From our power crews, our emergency officials securing the region out there. Certainly if some power lines are down, they're securing those areas and going through all the damage in some of the areas hardest hit. We've already had 2 preliminary reports come down from National Weather Service, and I'll talk to you about that in just seconds away here. But in short order, this is what we're expecting for the rest of the evening. We still have a lot of cloud cover across the area right now. We're on the backside of the area of low pressure, and we're still causing a little bit of light precipitation to drop across the region. This is what I showed you at the top of the broadcast, and we'll carry it through here right now. Our first preliminary report in our area outside of Toledo came down just a couple hours ago from National Weather Service, rating that thunderstorm that spawned that tornado down near the village of Nankin. This is just to the west of Polk. That was rated as an EF0. The difference between how we rate systems with tornadoes and hurricanes. Hurricanes are max sustained winds. Tornadoes are rated depending on the damage left behind. So this is why it takes a little bit longer to sort of rate our tornadoes. 85-mile-per-hour peak winds associated with this tornado in the village of Nankin, or near the village of Nankin, but it was on the ground for more than a mile, just over a mile, 1.2, with a width of roughly around 300 yards. So we've already seen a lot of damage down in that area. Getting straight into the forecast, or your National Design Mark hour-by-hour forecast for the rest of the evening. Most of the activity is going to be quieting down. Models still want to kind of keep us in the mid to upper 60s, maybe even some areas in the 70s. I don't think we'll likely have a high chance of that happening because of the cloud cover as well as the north wind that we'll have dropping into the area. That will stick around for the rest of the evening into the overnight hours, carrying us through about 6 a.m. for us on Saturday. We have low 50s nearing upper 40s in areas inland. We'll likely have some mid to low 50s here as well. I don't think it'll be far stretch for our Mansfield area to likely get down to maybe 49 degrees, and that is late season, okay, for that to be happening. But we did have a very strong low that moved through. That frontal boundary is south of us right now, which is why we're sticking with this mainly north wind. Throughout the day for us on Saturday, a lot of sunshine. Some of those high clouds returning. That is good news for Laura Queso and all of our residents here in Northeast Ohio. We'll pop back into the upper 60s and even low 70s. But notice this, downtown Cleveland, some of the lake communities, because you'll likely be roughly around Lake Erie, you'll still have temperatures with that lake breeze roughly keeping us into the mid to upper 60s. But perhaps we'll keep hope alive and maybe we can pop into the 70s here. Much brighter forecast expected on Sunday. You can see there for Father's Day, some areas getting into the mid 70s here, but remaining dry. High pressure will remain in control, and models want to pick up on a little bit of pops here south. I don't think that'll likely materialize here. That'll likely be confined to the mid and also the upper levels. Again, as I said before, a lot of cloud cover out there right now. The ground is still a little bit damp as well. We're at 68 degrees here in Cleveland. Look at that north-northwest wind at about 20 miles per hour. So surely we'll likely have some gusts 20 to 25. All other areas staying in the 60s at this point. We'll lose that daytime heating once we get past about 6 p.m. here, so things will certainly be cooling down. But there's where the frontal boundary is right now. This is where the area low is bringing in a little bit of light showers there, precipitating south and also east in the Buckeye State. But it now becomes a I-95 corridor problem from Baltimore all the way up through Philadelphia, New York, and eventually moving into the Boston metro. Here's your Union Home Mortgage 7-day outlook. We'll be slow and steady with this one here, where you can see lots of sunshine expected there for Saturday. We'll be cool, as I said before, Saturday night into Sunday. I think this will have the most potent cold air moving on in here, and we'll keep it chilly, not necessarily cold. We'll have low 50s here in the city, but I think we'll have more 40s rather than 50s here outside of our urban areas. We pop back near 80 degrees there on Sunday, Juneteenth holiday on Monday. A lot of festivities going to be happening. We'll be in the low 80s, slightly above average, which is great, and we just kind of coast from there. Mid to low 80s by Tuesday, Wednesday. High clouds expected. Another area low is possible midweek, and we could drop a couple drip drip drops areas south through Wednesday leading into us Thursday, where you can also see a little bit extra cloud cover moving back in on Thursday, low 80s, and then likely will pop and likely stay in the mid to low 80s for the end of the week. So guys, it is a delicious forecast, as I like to say here, but I think once we get past the next couple days, we'll have a proper assessment of exactly what the damage was, where it was, and how severe it was.
All right, Jace, thank you so much. We appreciate you.